Sri Krishna. So let's sit comfortably in any meditative posture with the hip, neck, and spine aligned in one straight line. Just relax the whole body. Bring awareness to the entire body from head to the toes. And then close your eyes and begin to start breathing very slowly and deeply. Enter into a gap, a pause, then exhale slowly and completely. And then the second pause. Just continue breathing in this fashion such that you bring the breath awareness on top of the body awareness. Slow down the breathing and also reduce the thoughts per second, the inner chatters. And come to this restful awareness as you bring awareness to the breath. In the space of Shravana, authentic listening, ready to receive what Krishna has to impart to all of us, not only just in terms of teaching, but also experience. In the restful awareness, we will begin by invoking Swamiji, by chanting the Sadguru Vadanam, followed by 3 times Mahavakya. So join the palms together in Amajali Mudra. Take a deep breath. Nityanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Jnanamutim Dvandvatitam Gaganashatrisham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Savadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satguruntam Namami. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let's all bow down to Bhagavan Sri Krishna to grant us the deeper understanding of this chapter. So let's go through the next slide. Yes, so just outline of what we're going to go through today, the flow of today's session. So as usual, for the benefit of new people who are joining for the first time, we are going to do a recap on last chapter we did on Bhakti Yoga, chapter 12. Then we will start this new chapter, 13, the field and the knower of the field. And then we will gain deeper understanding when Bhagavan says, you are a wave in the ocean of existence. But we have forgotten something. What have we forgotten? So he's going to reveal that. And then Sri Vibhaga is going to guide into 2 very powerful sloka, sloka number 15 and 16, which is going to put us in a heightened state of awareness, of bliss. And then Bhagavan Sri Krishna continue to give Arjuna the understanding that witnessing is the master key in this whole experience. The experience that you are Brahman. In fact, he said that your cognition can be transformed. It's transformable. That means as you are able to shift your cognition, you can experience that you are Brahman. And then we are going to finish by having a meditation, a guided meditation. Okay, so this is what we will go through today in this 1.5 hours. So with that, let me just hand over to Sri Vibhaga to open this chapter. Nityanandam. Nityananda, you need to unmute. She's still there. Yeah, you unmute for her. I think something must have happened. Just because. You see her? Hmm?
Should I unmute her or I ask her?
Unmute her. Where is did she text anything? Let me just call her.
Hello. Yeah. So now shall I start the recap? Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
We can hear now. We can hear now. Yes, it's good now. We do
Yeah.
the invocation mantra.
Okay. So I'm starting. Okay. So Nityanandam, everyone. So let us start with the mantra to invoke Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramarthanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. I salute unto you, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Guru, Master of the world, Son of Vasudeva, Supreme Bliss of Devaki, Destroyer of Kamsa and Chanura. Now, let us invoke the sacred knowledge of Bhagavad Gita with a mantra. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadasadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavatveshini. Om, I meditate upon you, Bhagavad Gita, the affectionate Divine Mother, showering the nectar of Advaita, non-duality and destroying rebirth, incorporated into the midst of Mahabharata, of 18 chapters by sage Vyasa, the author of the Puranas, and imparted to Arjuna by Bhagavan Sriman Narayana himself. Now, we shall start with the recap of the Bhakti Yoga, which I shared in the last previous session. Please understand, I'm again talking a little about Bhakti Yoga. Understand, expressing the gratitude that happens because of the spiritual experience is devotion, bhakti. Having that experience and rejoicing, staying in that experience is knowledge, jnana. So both parts are equal, says Krishna. Please understand, for the question which Arjuna asked, which path to take, Krishna's answer is that both paths are the same. Each one leads to the other. Bliss leading to devotion and gratitude. Devotion and gratitude leading to bliss. These two form the virtuous circle that lead us to higher consciousness. Now, Krishna gives techniques to start living the dharma, virtuous circle. He says, fix your mind on me. Fix your intelligence in me. In this way, after acquiring the boundaryless consciousness, you will live in me always. Abhyasa Yoga, the practice of yoga, of holding the mind constantly in a state of union with divinity. Krishna speaks on Abhyasa Yoga, the practice to establish oneself in that consciousness. Sri Krishna instructs continuously, giving various enriching options step by step. He says, if we can't do this, do that. If we can't do that, do this. The first thing he says is I. Sorry, not I, point one. He says, the first thing he says, one, is fix your mind upon me. With constant practice, try to attain me. If you are not able to practice, do perform actions for me. In this way, develop the desire to attain me. Please understand, all of you, Sri Krishna refers to completing with the mind through constant practice of meditation, which is part of the yogic path, since he knows that we may not be able to lose ourselves in devotion to him. He offers this alternative. He says, if the mind cannot be focused on me, try this. Practice again and again, uniting with me through meditation. Krishna counsels Arjuna, become free from wants. Be selfless, and you shall be untroubled, liberated, and you will reach me. Sri Krishna now refers to one who does not love or hate. Such a person, full of devotion, is dear to me, he says. Listen carefully. This leads to the next chapter. Next yoga. He says, one who is neutral towards friends and enemies, who is the same in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, joy and pain, free from attachment to the fruits of action, who remains the same in criticism and praise, who is content with whatever he gets, such a person, full of devotion, is very dear to me. In this modern time, in this modern age, the path of dharma, righteousness, that Sri Krishna talks about, leading to him is the path of meditation. When we follow meditation, one automatically gets into the virtuous circle of conscious awareness and completion that takes us to Krishna consciousness. From here, he moves further. What is it? He moves further into the next yoga. Ksetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. The next chapter. The field. What does Ksetrajna Vibhaga Yoga mean? The field and the knower of the field. The yoga of discrimination of the Kshetra, the field, and Kshetrajna, the knower of the field. Understand deeply, you are a wave in the ocean of existence. When the wave understands that it is not separate from the ocean, it drops its resistance and merges with the ocean. Krishna clearly talks about the physical matter in which we exist, as well as the consciousness that stays in the matter. The consciousness is the root cause. It is not only the origin, but also the cause. It is the source from which we come in, and in that which we stay. The whole universe, the universal consciousness, is the space in which we all happen. Actually, I hope everybody came today and are listening to this. Very important. Understand, we have forgotten. Our only problem in life is that somehow we have forgotten that we are a part of the ocean. We forgot that we belong to the Kshetrajna. The word Kshetrajna means consciousness, which is the cause for the field to function. Kshetra means field, and Kshetrajna means knower of the field. Kshetra means body, and Kshetrajna means the consciousness that knows it has a body. Please listen. Kshetra, our body. Kshetrajna, our consciousness that is recognizing that we have a body. Our consciousness is Kshetrajna and our body or matter is Kshetra. In this chapter, Sri Krishna reveals the secrets of Kshetra and Kshetrajna. If we don't know the secrets of Kshetrajna, the Kshetra acts as if it is the owner. Here, Bhagavan Sri Krishna explains deeper to Arjuna. Whatever you know, O Arjuna, is not you. For instance, you can read this book because it is separate and apart from you. If you can know your body, then it is not you. If you can know your thoughts, then they are not you. You are separate or above that. That is why you are able to know it. Sri Krishna starts to explain the difference between Kshetra and Kshetrajna. When we understand that something is separate from us, we never feel that we must renounce it. We simply need to renounce the inadequate cognition that we are that thing, that's all. Here, Krishna makes two statements. He says, I am the knower in all the bodies. And to understand the knower and the body is knowledge. He says, I myself reside as the consciousness inside the beings. Our consciousness is God. There is no separate thing as God. A person who carries the right cognition that he is consciousness liberates himself whether we believe it or not. We are consciousness. We are the knower, Kshetrajna. See, please understand, we have a body. We are moving up and down and doing what not. Body doesn't know, but the Kshetrajna, the consciousness through which we are recognizing that this body is ours, that is Kshetrajna. Sri Krishna gives the inner science technology to liberate our inner space, to liberate oneself from the Kshetra, the body-mind. First, the moment we understand that we are more powerful than the body-mind, we are liberated from the body-mind. Sri Krishna mentions a long list of qualities with many instructions. Humility, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching the enlightened spiritual master, many more qualities. He declares all these to be knowledge, and besides these, whatever there may be is ignorance. Sri Krishna says, I shall explain the knowable, knowing which you will taste the eternal being, the beginningless consciousness that lies beyond the causes and effects of this material world. Now he reveals to Arjuna that consciousness is eternal. See, please understand and listen carefully. Every thought inside us affects the functioning of the whole cosmos. Thoughts present in the space that we live in affect our mental setup. Positivity and negativity, creation and destruction are all properties of the changing world of the Kshetra that we live in. The minute we know that we are not this changing Kshetra, but the eternal and unmoving Ksetrajna consciousness, the moment we realize that, we are liberated. Please understand, Sri Krishna calls this eternal bliss as knowable. When the knowing happens, the knowable, knower, and the knowledge merge. Understand? When the knowing happens, the knowable, knower, and the knowledge merge. In this experience, the knower, the known, and knowledge becomes one. No separate experience. No separate experiencer or object of experience does not exist. Please understand. Separate experience, experiencer, or object of experience does not exist. Sri Krishna explains that his eternal nature, the eternal self, is not bound by time and space. He says that he exists everywhere. Normally, we understand the presence or absence of an object or person in terms of physical attributes. If our Pancha Indriya, 5 senses, cannot sense anything, we think nothing exists. Here, Sri Krishna uses the phrase hands and feet everywhere, eyes, heads, faces, ears everywhere. His energy is beyond time and space, beyond any barriers. Let us chant the sloka 15. First I will chant. Om Sarvendriya Gunabhasham Sarvendriya Vivarjitam Asaktam Sarvabhrutchaiva Nirgunam Gunabhoktracha. Please chant once. Om Sarvendriya
Om Sarvendriya
Gunabhasham
Gunabhasham
Sarvendriya
Sarvendriya
Vivarjitam
Katritam
Asaktam
Ashaktam
Sarvabhrutchaiva
Savabucheva
Nirgunam
Nigunam
Gunabhoktricha.
Gunabhutriche.
Translation: the Paramatman is the original source of all the senses. Yet, he is beyond all the senses. He is unattached. Although the consciousness is the maintainer of all the living beings, yet he transcends the modes of the nature, and at the same time, he is the master of the modes of our material nature. Now, let us chant the next shloka, shloka 16, in the 13th chapter. Om Bahir Antascha Bhutana Acharam Charamevacha Sukshmatvat Tat Avidnyeyam Durashtham Chantika Chatat. Once more, please repeat. Om Bahir Antascha
Om Bahi Antascha
Bhutanam
Bhutanam
Acharam
Acharam
Charamevacha
Charamevacha
Sukshmatatvat Tad. Okay, I think I have to separate it. Om Sukshmatvat
Shuksmatvat
Tad Avidnyeyam
Tat Avineyam
Avidnyeyam
Aavniveyam
Durashtham
Durashtam
Shantike Chatat.
Shantike Chatat.
Translation: the supreme truth exists both internally and externally, in the moving and the non-moving. It is beyond the power of the material senses to see or to know him. Although far, far away, he is also near to all. Please understand again. The supreme truth exists both internally and externally, in the moving and the non-moving. It is beyond the power of the material senses to see or to know him. Although far, far away, he is also near to all. So now let us see what Bhagavan is speaking about it. He's speaking about space. Krishna further gives qualities of the self. He says all life happens because of the thread of the universal energy flowing through. The life force that conducts the whole show of the universe is pure intelligence. Space can never be divided. All fears, including the fear of death, happen because we try to protect the space covered by our body and mind. When we understand that we are Mahakasa, we transcend all boundaries. Krishna says that the supreme truth is inside and outside all living entities. It is moving and non-moving. This is the absolute space of Mahakasha. Krishna says, he is the supreme self that is the source of all light in all luminous objects. He is knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the goal of knowledge. He is situated in everyone's heart. Sri Krishna calls this self, the source of light. The sun, the moon, and lightning derive their energy from that self-luminous self. The self is pure intelligence, and this knowledge dispels ignorance. Please understand, Bhagavan gives witnessing as a master key. He says, only when we understand the Ksetra do we understand that we are not the Ksetra. We are the Ksetrajna. Please listen. When we understand the field, Ksetra, only then we will understand that we are not the field, not the Ksetra. We are the Ksetrajna. When we realize that we are the Ksetrajna, we have transcended the field, Ksetra. Sri Krishna says, go beyond and beyond and beyond. When you are able to see the body, move beyond. If you are able to witness your thoughts, go further beyond. If you are able to witness your emotions, go further beyond. Because you are not that or neither this. Witness the consciousness that is witnessing. When you watch, detach from the thoughts, sit back, relax,
మనం
and
మాట్లాడుకునేది
watch.
పడుకుంటున్నానంటే ఇది
వద్దులే అది.
వీడియో కాల్.
If you are able to witness the consciousness that is witnessing, when you watch, you need to detach from the thoughts. Do not try to create, do not try to nourish, or do not try to destroy the thoughts. Witnessing the body and the mind, witnessing your being. So, witnessing is the master key. Because your cognition is transformable. All our incompletions arise due to the ignorance of our true nature. A cognitive shift happens that transforms and frees us from the bondage of material things. This cognitive shift can happen at any time to anyone. And when it happens, it is a quantum jump in the level of consciousness. Understand? Your cognition is changeable, transformable. This is the first cognition you need to have. Whenever people realize that they are beyond the bondages of body and mind, that their cognition is changeable, spontaneous enlightenment will happen immediately. Krishna now gives different techniques like meditation, like yoga, like knowledge. He gives a wonderful ultimate technique. Just surrender the fruits of your actions to me, the universal consciousness, Krishna is saying. Because you are Brahman. Whatever you see is a combination of matter and energy. The whole universe is seen as Ksetra, field, and Ksetrajna means Maya and Atman. Ksetra means Maya, Ksetrajna means Atman. Ksetra means Prakriti, Ksetrajna means Purusha. Ksetra means matter, Ksetrajna means energy. Kshetra means body and mind, Kshetrajna means consciousness. So Prakriti is the manifest, gross, and Purusha is the unmanifest, which is subtle. We are all in oneness. The same Supreme Self, Parameshwara, that Sri Krishna speaks about is present in us and in everything we see around us. We are all Brahman. God is everywhere. Divine energy fills all places. We see God as someone different. That's the problem. But Krishna reminds again about the true nature of the self. He tells Arjuna that the soul is free, eternal and transcendental. Though the soul has come into contact with the material body, it still is free. The soul that rests inside this body is completely free from worldly joys and sorrows. The soul, Atma, can simply merge into the Supreme Soul, Paramatma. Sri Krishna says that just as the sun illuminates our whole world, one Supreme Self, Paramatma, that is one Kshetrajna, illuminates all beings in the universe which are animate or inanimate. Everything has the same consciousness which lights up the entire universe. Please understand, just as the sun illuminates the universe, The soul in this body illumines not only this body, but also everything surrounding it. The entire universe, Kshetri, is the self. This self illumines all the Kshetra, all the bodies. Not just our body or Kshetra, but Kshetra is illumined by all the Kshetras. And all the Kshetras are illumined. So, there is no separation between the consciousness in our body and in a plant or a rock, because everything is the same energy. Actually, soul and supreme soul, Atma and Paramatma, are not two separate entities. There is only one soul. There is only soul. Here, Sri Krishna ends by saying, if we can witness as pure consciousness, we will be liberated from the bondages of the body-mind and achieve the eternal consciousness. Sri Krishna gives a technique to realize the eternal consciousness. Witness and be liberated. Please know that becoming the witness of the Kshetra is the only way to keep us away from the bondages of the body-mind. We must witness as the Kshetrajna consciousness. When we do that, we will see the separation of the self from the body and mind. Understand that all our movements, reactions, and emotions are related to the body-mind system. The way we move our body is a reaction by our body-mind system. Our emotions like anger, laughter, sadness, and happiness are reactions of our mind. All of them are movements created by our body-mind system. When we witness these movements happening in our system, we separate ourselves from the body-mind system. When we watch them like clouds in the sky, when we watch them like a movie on a screen without getting attached, we see the truth. Even the thought of witnessing our thoughts and our emotions is a thought that is controlled by our mind. Even that is our thought and implies that mind is still acting. So, only when we go beyond that thought, we will experience the eternal consciousness. So now, everybody get prepared. Please sit straight. We are moving into meditation. Please understand. The technique may take at least 10 minutes. You are going to witness your body movements, your breath movements, mind movements, movements of your body, movements of your breath, movements of your mind. You may ask, what kind of body movements do we have? Understand that by inhaling and exhaling, your belly will be moving continuously up and down. There will be a slight movement of your belly during your breathing. Witness that movement also. So now I will guide you into the meditation. Please, everybody start. Please switch on your cameras. Don't see the screen. Do not read or see the screen. Close your eyes completely. Close your eyes. Sit straight. Take a few long breaths. Now, please witness your body movements. Witness. Toe is moving, or hand is moving, or stomach is moving. Please witness. Close your eyes completely. Please witness your body movements. Until I instruct the next movement, please continue what I said. Witness your body movements from top to bottom. Now, witness your breath movements, breathing movements. Focus on that. Please witness your breath movements. Focus on your breathing movements. Now, please witness your mind movements. Mind movements. Even a word or a thought coming is a movement. So please watch your mind movements. Please understand, when you're inhaling and exhaling, your belly will be moving continuously. There will be a slight movement of your belly during your breathing. Please witness that movement also for a few minutes. Next, watch the flow of your breath during inhaling and exhaling without any attempt to control it. Third, watch your mind. Thoughts will be going on. Just watch. Don't judge your thoughts as right or wrong. Don't be afraid of your thinking. Don't be afraid of your thinking. Please watch your mind. For a few minutes, sit comfortably next to your mind, like a close friend. Now, you can place a mirror in front of you. Mirror can be in your cell phone or, in your laptop, or mirror can be anywhere, right? Without much of the body movements, try to put a mirror. You can place a mirror in front of you. And cognize that the person in the mirror is your incomplete half. Recognize that the person in the mirror is your incomplete half. Your mind, who is your close friend. Let it tell you whatever it wants to tell you. Let it speak out loud whatever it wants to. Please understand, without speaking, your thinking will not have its clarity, will not have its depth and strength. So allow your mind to talk, and talk. And make it as part of you by befriending it. Let your mind speak out loud, whatever it wants to. You can switch off your mics and talk there. Allow your mind to talk. And witness all these things without attachment. Do not stop. Do not control or go behind anything. Do not stop, control, or go behind anything. This is the self-completion process, Swapurnatva Kriya, with your mind. See, understand, we continuously fight with our body and mind. We cannot get rid of the body and mind by constantly fighting with them. We can only go beyond them through friendliness. Only if we feel deeply friendliness towards them, we will be able to go beyond body and mind. If we have a negative emotion or fear or greed towards the body and mind, we will naturally abuse and only have a violent relationship with it. So, be complete with the body and mind now. Witness all these movements without attachment, no attachment. Please do not suppress, do not control, do not go behind the thought and travel. Don't do anything, just stop. Stop and witness. Few minutes, please put your focus on your mind, body. Witness it without attachment and sit silently, witnessing it for few minutes. Now, if we have a negative emotion of fear or greed towards the body mind, we will leave it now. Be complete with the body and the mind. Now, please be complete with the body and mind. Now, slowly, very slowly open your eyes. Please slowly open your eyes. Now, let us pray to Parar Brahma, Sri Krishna, the universal consciousness, to give us the space of completion, the pure witnessing consciousness, to give us the ultimate experience and establish us in eternal bliss, Nityananda.
So let's move to the next slide. We're going to conclude the session soon. Okay, for those of you, if you have any questions, any doubts, if you want to clarify, this is a time now. We give a few minutes for any clarification if you want. You can type onto the chat box here, and then Sri Vyasa will address your question. So it's very, very peaceful meditation, I would say, in Samadhi most of the time. So
yeah, lots of peace you can experience.
yes.
Shanti.
Yes. Nice meditation. Any questions so far? Anyone?
I don't think anybody wants to come out from their peace.
Yeah, exactly. It's just too peaceful, too nice energy, right? Giving me a thumbs up if everybody agrees that. It's just too nice. It's why you want to share what happened to you when you were preparing the notes.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to share with everybody. I was actually preparing I was going through this 13th chapter and preparing for you all, because first I need to understand the chapter. So when I was preparing, in between, suddenly I felt I will go through the chants. Which shloka is importantly I have to share with you and make you chant. So I was going through the chants. Suddenly I noticed that from my throat to the name, I think till Mooladhara, I was feeling so full and blissful. And I didn't have words. It was complete bliss. Then I understood, oh my God, just by reading a chant, literally that experience was happening. So I thought, after all these chapters are over, I was just deciding inside, oh, definitely I should encourage all of you to chant and teach you chanting.
Yay.
And then again, I just kept quiet. After 1 hour or 2 hours, I was speaking to Durga Ma. And I was again going through the notes. Again, when I was going through the notes with her, throughout I was feeling from throat to Mooladhara, total something, stomach was full. No, I didn't even had breakfast, nothing. But stomach was, filled up. And it was very sweet and so much bliss was happening, even though I was chatting with her, even though I was talking to her. You understand? It was not like a meditation or anything. I was actually talking to her and chatting with her, but one side, this was the experience. Just by reading one chant, just by going through it, just understand the power of the chant, slokas in this Bhagavad Gita. Power of them. So we should learn this Bhagavad Gita. I will teach you. I will make you repeat. I feel after all this is done, we should only learn chant in the class after all these 18 chapters are done.
Sounds good. Ma, do you think you can record the audio for these two sloka? And we can share in the group so that we can
Yes. I will record and send. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So now everybody looks like we don't want to come out of the piece. Yes, a very deep self-completion by the grace of Krishna. Shankari is saying. There is another, yeah.
Okay.
Very good, Ma. Very good. So now, guys,
Shall we go through the last few slides and then conclude?
Yes, Ma, please. Yeah.
So since there's no question, okay, just a reminder that Paramashivoham level 1, 2, 3 has just started yesterday. So now we are on day 2, and we highly recommend everybody to attend. If you have missed the last season, you can attend. If you have finished 1, you can go to 2, or if you finish 2, you can go to 3. So, and every morning, because now Swamiji today also announced the start of the Jayanti Brahmotsavam, right? So which means for the next 21 days, we're actually having his darshan daily, and he's in different, energy, because like today he's coming in as Nataraja in that white, what you call it, attire. So every day we are going to experience him in different energy. So please do attend the Jnana session and then come and receive the initiation. So this is what I really, really want to suggest. And next slide. So once again, I thank you all for coming to this wonderful space gifted by Swamiji and also Sri Bhagavan Krishna. And then once again, a reminder from Swamiji, he said to manifest a breakthrough in knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and to manifest abundance in our life, talk to at least 11 people to a date about Bhagavad Gita and bring them to the next session. So do come for the next session on the 3rd of January. We're going to cover chapter 14, which is Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. So this is going to be the next chapter. So if you don't have the book, you can download the e-copy following this link and start reading the book. Okay, so the Bhagavad Gita Decoded, which is Swamiji's book. So with that, let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. Ma, you can finish with the Purna Mantra.
Yeah, yes. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Sadguru Padarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, see you next week.